Hi! Welcome to our living room. You are joining us from the Disney couch. We're on the quest for the ultimate Disney movie. We're nearing the end. We're coming in for a landing. Tonight we are watching 2012's
WreckIt Ralph.
I love this movie. Makes you laugh. I usually cry every time I watch it.
WreckIt Ralph is a good one. I'm excited to watch it again. It's fun. And so many nods to video game characters and the world of video games. They brought in everyone from all over the place.
But they're all old.
Yeah, nostalgia.
So it's just for the old people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking forward to seeing it tonight because it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw it, I don't think I really paid attention. Maybe we were driving somewhere and it was playing in the van, so I just remember thinking, well, that's not that great a movie. It's just about video game characters. But then when I saw it again, I realized really how deep it is, how, like Jaira says, there's some really touching moments, and it'll really make you think.
Originally, when they were putting this movie together, they were thinking that they would keep everybody at the resolution of their video game. So Felix and Ralph would be all 8-bit and they'd be all blocky in the entire movie. And other people of higher resolution would look like Calhoun did. But they found it was just too difficult to make Ralph believable and have enough emotions to carry it through. And so Ralph and Felix are the only people from WreckIt Ralph that don't move like this.
Well, let's watch it then.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
WreckIt Ralph.
My name's Ralph, and I'm a bad guy. Let's see. I'm 9 feet tall. I weigh 643 pounds. Got a little bit of a temper on me.
Hey, you moved my stump!
That's an entertaining little picture. I can understand why when I first kind of not really half watched it the first time or two, that I thought, oh, it's annoying because I'd probably only like hear them calling each other stink brain and, you know,
Fart feathers.
yeah, and, you know, just think, oh, it's just kind of like an immature movie where everyone's just insulting each other all the time. And when I finally sat down to watch it, the story is really good. It's about overcoming obstacles in your life and learning what's most important, and that's caring about the people around you. It's not super deep, like it really is more of an action comedy type movie, but it does have those moments, like Jaira said, that just really get you right there.
Yeah.
Ralph turns it around and he realizes what's really important in life, and he makes a friend, and in the end he is willing to sacrifice himself for Vanellope.
Yeah, you really are tracking with Ralph on this, and it's believable. I mean, despite the fact that it's a totally unreal world or three that just is absolutely off the wall, you can track with the character, and so that makes it a good, engaging movie. I enjoyed the voice talent on this.
Salmon, that's obviously salmon. What are you doing here?
The actor who played King Candy was purposely cast so that he would emulate the voice of comedian Ed Wynn, who played the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland.
Tea? Oh, I never thought of tea, of course.
And Uncle Albert in Mary Poppins back in the 50s and 60s.
That's
Embarrassing. You know I'm a merrier me.
And especially Sour Bill was very entertaining. I liked him a lot.
Yeah, his voice is like so croaky. I drew him. I think this is an accurate representation of what I'm like in the morning. To see all of my Disney Couch art compiled, you can follow my Instagram, Doodles for Boredom.
So, WreckIt Ralph. Enjoyable, good character development, good animation, good action, fun movie, highly recommend it. But how Disney is it? To the chart!
Book intro.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, this is about as far removed from a book opening as you can get.
Okay, so speaking of which, is this a totally original story?
I believe it is, yes.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
well
It's
done.
really creative.
They were kind of thinking about the life inside the arcade game concept as early as the 90s, and so there's a couple of early concepts that got shelved and then they pulled it back out for WreckIt Ralph.
Wow.
It just starts with WreckIt Ralph narrating about his life.
I thought it was really clever how they like transitioned from, you thought it was like normal narration, then you realize he's actually in a bad guy support group with like Bowser and stuff, which they probably paid a lot of money to put him in.
No book opening, but a great segue to a Badanon meeting. So that's good, I guess.
Missing parents.
Well,
Doesn't come
what
up at all.
about Vanellope?
Like, it looks like all the racers are the same age.
Yeah.
Yet they're called kids. But they have no sign of having or needing parents.
No.
Yeah.
So really, they're treated like adults, but they're just kid size.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no orphan angle here.
Dad with a stash. No parents.
Nope.
But good stash on Gene.
Yeah,
the
there's
citizen.
Characters with stashes, the bartender dude.
Yep. Tapper.
Yeah, Tapper.
Yeah, he's got a good stash.
Yep.
No dads though.
No dad, no stash, no point.
Talking animals.
Let me stroke my chin.
What about Cubert?
Cubert an animal? What is Cubert?
And did he
Cubert
talk?
is a Cubert. Yeah, and he didn't really talk.
He did talk.
Yeah, his
he was
own language.
translated.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's an animal.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ah.
He's a hedgehog. He talks.
He seems like such a non-animal, but he did have quite a public service announcement.
Yeah.
engagement.
I was like, we gotta slide Sonic in somewhere. Let's put him on the PSA.
I think that's as close as we're gonna get, but I'm willing to give it a point.
Unlikely partnership.
Yes. I think we're firmly entrenched in this now.
Yep.
We're
As
realizing
I
that-
told you, we would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and first she actually stole his medal and
Yeah.
used it as a gold coin so she could play in the game.
Yeah.
And then she needed his muscles to help her break into the car making factory. And she said she'd give him the gold medal back. And of course, you know, they just think they want their own thing. But then really by the end, they really care about each other.
Yeah, and the writers set it up so well that they both needed to get the same goal in order to get what they want. It really drove a lot of the plot and was well done. And in the end, they're pals.
Yeah. Solid unlikely partnership.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is definitely the era of the unlikely partnership, and it also is the era of the plot twist.
Oh, yeah.
That's something that we're seeing a lot lately. Really good plot twist in WreckIt Ralph.
Hidden Mickey. There's a bunch of good ones in there. I think my favorite is when Ralph smashes the cake and it forms pixely splotches everywhere, and one is a tiny little pixely Mickey splotch.
Lots of round candies too, so
Oh, yeah.
one spot when they're cruising through the wilderness, there's a cluster of green and white peppermints that forms a hidden Mickey.
When Ralph puts on his disguise, disguising as a soldier for hero's duty, there's like a digital display and off in the corner.
And right at the end, when Vanellope turns into a princess, some of her hair has some candies in it that are Mickey shaped as well.
We saw the dinosaur from Meet the Robinsons in Game Central Station.
And there's a shot outside of Litwack's Arcade, where there's a billboard in the background that has WDs and a picture of a mouse. And innumerable video game Easter eggs.
That, you know, that's a given.
Yeah, that's.
There's some graffiti at some point that said, "All your bass are belong to us." A little nod to Skrillex as the DJ at Fix-It Felix's party.
Alcohol. Yep.
Gene pours like martinis.
Yeah, he's still
like
martini.
that.
And there's a whole bar scene.
Okay, but about the bar scene, apparently there's two versions of that video game, one serving Budweiser and one serving root beer. In WreckIt Ralph, he's serving up root beer, but he is the bartender from the real beer version.
Okay, so it's a little nod.
So, it's the beer guide, but it's root beer.
Apparently.
But there's still a martini.
Yes.
Yeah.
Witchy villain.
No.
No.
So, I mean, what about when he turns into a bug?
It's their coding. They're coded to become whatever they eat.
Ugly villain.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
No?
No.
What?
I don't think he's that ugly.
When he becomes that creepy bug thing?
Yeah, then he's just creepy.
Oh,
but he's
he's
still got
awful.
kind of
He's
he's got like creepy makeup, but he's still kind of like got this cute face, and he's got like this big nose and these big eyes and this smile.
Yeah, but then he opens his mouth and he has fangs and his eyes are like glowing.
Oh.
I
And then he's got those hands.
yeah, it's creepy. It's creeping you guys out, but that doesn't mean it's ugly.
I think it's
I
ugly.
think it's very ugly.
Look at Turbo.
Turbo's
I mean,
ugly.
He's got yellow teeth. I think
I'm still gonna give it
we've got a point for ugly villain.
There's-
Turbo-tastic.
Death by falling.
Well, you thought that actually the hero was going to die by falling, but Vanellope saves him at the last minute.
Yeah, and you think that King Candy should have death by falling, but no, he just goes into the light.
We can't call it death by falling, though.
Nope.
Nope.
Just a good villain death.
Yep.
But,
Hit song.
You know what song I think of when I think of WreckIt Ralph?
what?
That one. Yeah. And I think that one got some airtime as well.
Probably in Japan.
Yeah.
Not a musical.
No, but there was the single over the credits, When Can We Do This Again?
Was that written
by
for
Owl
WreckIt
City.
Ralph?
It was, yes.
Oh.
It was written for this movie, and it got airtime on the radios. It made it onto the pop charts.
It's a good song.
Top, I think, up to number 11 in the Billboard something or other pocket chart or something. I don't know. But it got up there.
It is a good song, but this movie isn't a musical, and so, like, it's not like when you think of this movie, you think of the song.
We better settle this one with a couch vote.
I think we're all against it.
Well, let's find out. So, what do you think? Hit song in 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, you're for it.
I'm
good
for
try. Romantic duet.
No.
No song. Well, what about the Laffy Taffy
It's
singing?
so cute.
That's not a romance. No, that's not a duet.
No romantic duet.
Right.
Though there was romance, which was fun.
The Kiss.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had their wedding at the end, which was a nice little addition. Not really necessary, but it gave us a kiss.
Yeah. Well, they kissed before then,
Yes.
too.
Yeah, and
Oh,
then,
yeah,
like,
the-
hearts floating.
Oh yeah, I think that was more of a the then, wasn't it?
I
Yeah.
think it was, yeah.
Resurrection.
Well, unless you count Vanellope.
No.
Unless you count,
Transformation.
unless you count Felix just getting straight up knocked out by WreckIt Ralph, dying, and then coming back up.
Well,
He's in his own game, so he regenerates.
yeah, regeneration in your game.
No. He already has extra lives. He's okay. Like he doesn't. It's not like this. You know, he's dead. Oh, thank goodness he's alive. Like
Well, you know what? Sonic tells everybody in his PSA, don't die outside your game, because then you don't regenerate. So in that world, it's just a common thing to die in your game,
Yes.
and you regenerate.
Yeah.
Right? You
Not
know,
really.
even at Hero's Duty, when the quarter came back in, you saw, you know, soldiers kind of popping back up who have been eaten by the bugs. So I don't think it's out of the ordinary enough. It's just kind of an expected thing that
Yeah.
they'll die repeatedly and regenerate. That's life as a video game character, I guess. No points for resurrection on WreckIt
Transformation.
Ralph.
you may disagree.
Transformations and regenerations do not count as resurrections.
Okay, well, we've reached the end of our Ultimate Disney chart, so let's find out how many points WreckIt Ralph got.
Total is 6 out of 14.
WreckIt Ralph winds up with 6 points, right about here in the middle of our Ultimate Disney chart.
Just as I suspect.
It's better than
About
I thought.
average.
It's a fun romp through the world of video games, and you don't get sore thumbs watching.
So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or found it entertaining, give it a thumbs up, as well as comment your thoughts on this movie, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week from the Disney Couch. Bye! Now can we watch the bonus features?
Maybe tomorrow.
I want to see Paperman though!
Oh, it's Paperman.
Yeah!
Why?
Modeled after Ed Wynn and Uncle Albert. Okay. Okay. So let me retry that.